All right, another gloves and gains method exercise. This is one of the movements that we do as one of our athletic days. Once again, the glove and gains method it's a perfect blend of athletic work, bodybuilding, and boxing, and fun nutrition so you can hit your goals that you want to get hit in your most efficient way possible. So these are one of our strength movements that we do on our athletic day. And it's two things that's going to be involved right now. We're going to mix a compound lift, which is technically like a full body lift, and we're going to pair it with a plyometric. We can have it be low level, and then we can get to high and we can get to intense, but we're just going to pair these two together, right? So the trap bar deadlift, the reason why I like this so much is because I normally run about 6 to 8 week programs. So the learning curve is a lot higher on this one, or lower, depending on how you pronounce that correctly, right? But the learning curve is easier with this one. And the reason why it's easier is because it's easy to get yourself in this position, right? So to get yourself inside the trap bar and line your feet up so you're right in the center of the trap bar, it's kind of easy to do. So now from there, when you think about cueing or cues, it's just something that you tell yourself to get yourself in the best position for this exercise. So now, because there's not a lot of setup that needs to happen with this trap bar, it's easier to focus on the cues that are with this movement. And if we think about cues, the trap bar is working on your ability to come from a down and an up position, right? Which is used across athletics. It's how you stand up from sitting down. It's how you get from a narrow stance to a low stance. It's how you go from a low to a high to box. It's how you go from a high to a low to land. There's so many things that this includes because these are the muscles that you use to complete that movement, which is bending at the hip, which is flexion, and straightening at the hip, which is extension. Now we do that same thing down to our lower body. Bending and straightening, bending and straightening, bending and straightening. The trap bar includes 2 of those areas. So the way that we're gonna do this for a complete circuit, right? Exercise 1A, exercise 1B, we're gonna do 3 trap bar deadlifts, slow and controlled. If you notice here, I'm going to brace first, straighten through the ground. Slow back down, brace first, straighten. Brace first, straighten. Now from there, about the time that it takes us to walk over to the new movement, we're gonna work on something called depth jumps. What these do for you is they now add a little bit of the natural movement that is gonna duplicate that, which is landing. So I'm gonna step off, and I'm gonna duplicate as if I'm landing from a jump. This helps you with your ability to what they call absorb force, but it's really changing directions. It's your ability to come from an up to a stopping and make sure this travels through your body completely. Who is this also good for? Anybody who goes from a jumping position to a landing position. Anybody that goes from an upward position to a downward position. You have to be able to control that. So now pairing these two together, you are mixing the actual strength exercise with a little bit of the movement. Remember, when you get in the gym, it's about amplifying the thing that you do outside the gym. Unless you're a professional CrossFitter, bodybuilder, powerlifter, your job is not to go ahead and be in the gym. Your job gets better based on you being in the gym. So keep the main thing, it's an amplifier. If you're doing all this strenuous activity in here and you can't get back to your skill work, which means being on the court for basketball, actually working with your coach for boxing, or working your 9 to 5, or you're a busy mom hanging out with your kids, or you're a busy dad hanging out with your kids, and doing all the other stuff that you want to do, it's going to be very hard to do if you get injured in here. So we want to be efficient. We want to go ahead and be balanced, and we want you to get your time back so you can get better at whatever your craft is. But yep, that is a trap bar deadlift. This is a circuit that we do. Exercise 1A is a trap bar. Exercise 1B is the depth jumps. But that's a workout that we have for gloves and gains method. We'll see you on the next one.